Oh no, Donald Trump is the president of our country now. Phil Ponce, it's okay. No, I'm scared. I'm just going to stay in my room now from now on. I'm not gonna go to work anymore. I'm too scared. I'm worried about our country. Phil Ponce, it's okay. We'll still live here. Yeah, but I can't stand Donald Trump. He's such a mean person. I'm not happy that he's our president now. I know, but you just gotta get used to it. You need to just accept it because there's nothing you can do about it. Now, Phil Ponce, don't get too comfortable because I think you need to go to work soon, so you should probably get ready. No, I think I'll just stay right here. I think I'll just stay right here. Phil Ponce, you can't stay there forever. You need to get ready for work. But I'm too scared. I'm too scared. Phil Ponce, you can't stay. You can't stay there forever. You can't stay in your room forever, Phil. You need to get out of the house. And you're gonna get fired from work if you don't go to work, Phil. You've got work today, Phil. Today's Monday, January 23rd, 2017. Today's Monday, Phil. You need to go to work. Phil, you had a 3-day weekend, Phil. You get a 3-day weekend, Phil. You don't work on Fridays, Phil, so you get a 3-day weekend, Phil. Your 3-day weekend's over, Phil. You need to go to work now. You need to go to work, Phil. Phil Ponce, stop dawdling and go to work. Get ready to go to work, Phil. You need to type up your interview sheets and you need to get dressed for work too. I don't want to. I'm too scared. Phil Ponce, it's okay. It's okay, Phil. It's okay. It is okay, Phil. We're still gonna live here. It's gonna be okay. I wouldn't be so sure. Phil, I'm almost certain that we're still gonna live here and everything will still continue. Now, please get ready for work, Phil. No! Phil Ponce, I think you're just choosing not to go to work because you just don't feel like it. You just don't feel like it, Phil. Well, Phil, we all do things in life that we don't feel like doing. So you need to get out of bed and get ready for work. You're gonna be late for work if you don't get ready for work soon, Phil. I'm just gonna stay right here. I'm gonna stay right here. Phil Ponce, I'm not letting you stay home. I am not letting you stay home. You are going to work. Okay, fine. I'll go to work. Okay, Phil. That's good, Phil. Getting ready for work now. Now I'm going to work. Phil, you don't look too happy. Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, Phil? Phil, you look pretty grumpy. You look pretty grouchy, Phil. Is anything the matter? Well, it's about Donald Trump as a president now. Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy about it, Phil, but you still but you're at work, Phil. You need to do your work, Phil, and not be so grouchy. I don't want to do my work. I don't want to. Phil, you need to do your job. You need to do it. You need to do your work, Phil. You're at work, Phil. You've got a job to do. You're supposed to stand up in front of the camera and introduce yourself. No, I don't really feel like it. I don't feel like it. Okay, well, gonna write you up then, because you're not doing what you're supposed. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing at work, Phil. Phil Ponce, please. I'm gonna have to ask you to go home early because you are being disrespectful at work. You're not doing your job, Phil. Because you're so grouchy because of Donald Trump is our president now. You can be upset about that at home. But when you're at work, you need to do your job and not be so grouchy. I'm just gonna go home. Phil Ponce, what are you doing home so early? It's only 7:30. You don't go home from work until about 8:30. You don't get off work till 8:30. Well, I wasn't doing my job today. Phil Ponce, that's not a good thing. You were probably were you upset? Were you angry about Donald Trump being our president now? Yes. I'm so angry that I'm going to the White House and I'm going to talk to Donald Trump right now. Phil Ponce, you can't just go to the White House. You can't just go into the White House without a good reason for it. You can't just go into the White House, Phil. There are security guards. If you try to just go into the White House without a pass or without an invitation, you'll get in big trouble, Phil. So what? I'm upset. Donald Trump running our country. I don't want that nerd running our country. I'm going to the White House right now. Well, Phil Ponce, the White House is in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is pretty far away. I'm going to the White House. I'm just going to drive there. The president might not even be home today, Phil. We don't know what the president's doing, Phil. The president might be too busy. I'm going to the White House. Going to the White House. I'm going to the White House. Going to the White House. Okay. Here I am at the White House. Hey, what do you think you're doing? I'm trying to get into the White House. You can't just go into the White House. You're not invited to go in there. You didn't even set up a tour. You didn't even ask if you wanted to take a tour. You're just going in there. You're just going in there. You can't just go into the White House. You need an invitation to get in there. You're breaking and entering. That's against the law. And besides, it's really late. The president is probably asleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Whoa, I must have driven to the White House right after work. Must have driven to the White House pretty late at night. Sir, it's pretty late. I think you should go home. I need to talk to the president. I'm not happy about Donald Trump being our president now. I want to talk to him. You can't talk to the president. He is way too busy. I'm going to the White House. No, you're not. You can't just go into the White House. Not without an invitation. Please go home. No. I want to talk to... I want to talk to the president about something. Well, I'll just get a hotel in Washington, D.C., and then I'll go talk to the president in the morning when he's awake. Okay, but you won't even be able to talk to him in the morning because he will still be too busy. Okay, it's the morning now. I'll talk to the president. Hey, there's Donald Trump. What do you want? Donald Trump, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. You are a very bad man. I'm not happy about you running our country. I'm gonna kick you out of office right now. What's it to you? You're just a man. You can't do anything. You don't have any position in U.S. government at all. You can't do anything. Go home. You're trespassing. This is the White House. How did you get in here anyways? I just broke in and entered. You can't do that. Now go home. I'm the President of the United States now. I've got a lot of work to do. Go home. No, I'm not leaving until you leave the White House and never come back. I can't let you be our president. You're gonna make a really terrible president. I don't have time for this. I've got a job to do. Donald Trump, please leave the White House and get someone better who is actually fit to run our country. Too bad. I'm already the president and I already swore and I've already been sworn into office. I'm officially the President of the United States now, and there's nothing you or anybody else can do. Go home, sir. Sir, what are you doing? Talking to the president. He is way too busy. I was just talking to him. You are in a lot of trouble. You are going to jail. No, I don't want to go to jail. Too bad. You broke into the White House. You can't do that. That's against the law. You're in trouble. You are in a lot of trouble. But I work for WTTW in Chicago. I've never heard of that channel. I'm a journalist for Chicago Tonight. Never heard of that show either. But I don't want to go to jail. Then I'm gonna miss work. I've got work in a few hours. Well, maybe you should have thought of that when you were talking to the president. You are in so much trouble. You are going to spend a week in jail. Where's Bill Ponce? Chicago Tonight's... Where's Bill Ponce? Chicago Tonight starts in 1 minute. Phil Ponce went to the White House in Washington, D.C. and broke in there and talked to Donald Trump and tried to kick him out of office? And he got arrested for breaking into the White House. That's terrible. Well, I'm going to fill in for Phil while he's in jail in Washington, D.C. I sure hope Phil Ponce comes back soon.